Well, hello there. G'day. You've reached the Aussie Veteran. Tonight, as I told you, we are going to watch some spooky dooky doo. And it's by Watch Mojo. I want you to go over there, hit like, hit subscribe, and like their content. Alright, I'm going to do that for every video, right? Because I can't just react to somebody's video without giving them some love as well. Because they're going to appreciate as much volume as possible, right? Now, this particular top 10 times ghosts were actually caught on camera. We'll be the judge of that. But I promised you a spooky dooky video, and I come across this one and I thought, I like this. I only watched like the first bit, like this woman is about to start talking. It's pretty freaky deaky. I don't know. I'm sort of lost for words. It's not video footage. It's like cameras. So whether they're faked, whether they're real, whether they're, I don't know, whether they exist at all, leave a comment down below. But don't forget, Watch Mojo. Go over there, subscribe, and like their channel. Do the righty, right? Do the righty by me, and I'll do the righty by them. Right? Now, are you ready? You can see it there at the top. The top 10 times ghosts were actually caught on camera. Do you believe? I do. I'm a believer, but I don't want to see one. Because if I see one, I'll fucking shit myself. I'll throw up all over my brand new equipment, and I'll be heartbroken. Because it's taken me a long time to sort this out. Okay. Now, I know my content is still a little bit out there. I've done another 5-finger death punch for years, but I am going to get better, and I do want to get better. I'm going to keep saying that until I've got it down pitch perfect and I've got like 100 million subscribers. That's wishful thinking, but I'd like to think I could do that. Could I? Could some people watch my channel and then watch the beginning and then in a year say, look how far the Aussie Veteran's come. He's doing all right, isn't he? At the moment, look, I'm nowhere near the best. These guys out there, some guys out there are brilliant. I mean, my number one is Casper Vision or Casper Sight. Ben over there, I don't know him personally, but I have sent him a message because I love his stuff. All right, so Casper Sight is another one. Go over there, subscribe, and do his thing, because he likes the old, look at you looking at me. But he's very funny. He's hilarious, and to be honest, he inspired me to do this kind of stuff. So kudos to you, Casper Sight. I love you. I love you. And hopefully you can help me out doing my channel. A bit. All right, we're going to get into it. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Because this is going to get freaky. Shall we enter the realm? I think we should. Let's go.
At first I thought it was a camera problem. And then I saw her again.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our
Little
picks for the
motherfucker,
top
look at
10
him.
creepiest ghosts caught on camera.
Could this be the face of a famous ghost caught on camera?
It's only it. Oh, he kicked the shit out of that.
And lo and behold, there was Abraham Lincoln standing behind her. He's got his hands on her shoulders.
For this list, we'll be looking at mysterious figures that some believe to be ghosts. Whether you believe these are the real deal or not, this imagery will give you the chills. Do you believe in ghosts? Let us know.
That was captured a long time ago. So
Number 10. The works of William Hope. William Hope was one of the first individuals to specialize in spirit photography, putting together a portfolio of otherworldly images. He even served as the founder and leader of the Crew Circle spiritualist group. Some of Hope's spirit photos were proven to be fake, and many believed that he was a fraud in general. Even so, Hope would give us some of the most iconic photos in all of ghost hunting. In a photo of Charles Tweedale and his wife, the spirit of her late father can
oh, look at you.
A similar photo supposedly reunited Mr. and Mrs. Gibson with their late son. Arguably the most famous photo Hope took was of Mrs. Hortense Leverson as her departed husband loomed over her. Number 9. Terrifying Terrier. Losing a cherished pet is never easy, although it wasn't just the owners who had to bid farewell to this terrier.
A dog
The
ghost.
bigger dog in this other photo, which was taken a few weeks after the loss, was the terrier's playmate. The terrier's death took a noticeable toll on the big dog, but the pooch's little friend might have been closer than anyone thought. If you look closely at the photo, you can spot what looks like the terrier levitating over the big dog.
He's
Was
sniffing
this
his
a
ass!
photography trick, a similar looking dog, or was the terrier not ready to go to the big fire hydrant in the sky? In any case, the story was fascinating enough to make it into the 1939 issue of Life magazine.
Hey.
Number 8. Geneva King.
Do they miss me in Chicago?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, at least a dozen people send their love.
How gorgeous.
They're absolutely in mourning.
No amount of fire or freshness can challenge what a man will store up in his ghostly heart. That's one of Daisy Buchanan's most memorable quotes in F. Scott Fitzgerald magnum opus, The Great Gatsby. It's widely believed that Daisy was inspired by socialite Geneva King, who was briefly involved with Fitzgerald during their youth. King passed away in 1980, but could the green light still be burning at the end of the dock? This photo taken by Christy Ranieri in 2018 seems to suggest so. Ranieri was outside King's old summer home in Lake Forest, Illinois, when she captured this eerie image. Ranieri believes that the strange face
just
in
a
the photo is
reflection?
King's ghost, noting a haunting resemblance to the late heiress.
See, we were there all along. And every idea, and every decision. Of course, if anything is not to your liking, I'll change it.
Number 7. The Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. The only thing more chilling than this photo
I've
is
seen
its
that before.
backstory. The ghostly figure is
That's
supposedly
supposed to be
Lady
real.
Dorothy Walpole, the sister
Apparently.
of Prime Minister Robert Walpole and the second wife of Charles Townshend. As legend has it, Townshend learned that Dorothy had an affair with nobleman Thomas Wharton prior to their marriage. Holding a fake funeral for her, Townshend locked Dorothy up at Raynham Hall, where she remained until her passing in 1726. While much of that story is based on rumors, this photography is all the proof some spiritualists need. Taken by Captain Hubert C. Provand in 1936, the
I think
photo
that's real, right?
supposedly shows Dorothy's ghost wandering down the stairs of
I think
Raynham
that's
Hall.
real.
She was apparently wearing a brown dress, hence the nickname the
Oh,
Brown
she's got
Lady.
eyes!
Number 6. Spectre of Newbie Church. In 1963, Reverend
Oh, look at you!
Ward snapped
Look at
a
this,
photo
yeah.
inside the Newbie
This-
Hall Church of Christ the
that part.
Consoler. The church's beautiful architecture is largely outshined by a dark figure hanging out in the corner. Wearing what appears to be a hooded robe and a white shroud, the ghostly figure came to be known as the Newbie Monk, as well as the Spectre of Newbie Church.
Wow.
Or some people believe this to be a 9-foot-tall 16th century monk. Others claim that it's
9
merely a
foot.
costumed accomplice standing on a box. It's also been theorized that the figure is a product of double exposure, which is when multiple images are placed over each other to create a single image, although a few photography experts would beg to differ. Number 5. Ellen Hamill.
I didn't think they had that
Evolving stranger
material
in
back
backseat
then in
urban
those
legend,
days to
and this
fake a
spine-chilling photo only
photo
gives you
like...
more reason to keep an eye on the rear view.
Oh, look at that
In
spooky
1959,
bitch in the back.
Chinnery took a photo of
You
her
can
husband in the
fuck
driver's
right
seat
off.
of their car. Chinnery's mother, Ellen Hamill,
Imagine getting in your car and seeing that.
seen in the back seat.
Fucking
Is Mrs.
have the
Hamill
car.
died a week earlier, and the photo was taken shortly after visiting her grave. What's more, Chinnery's mother liked to sit in the exact spot whenever Mr. Chinnery drove her around. Again, double exposure might be the obvious explanation for this alleged...
Hey, Ghostbusters!
However, at least one photo expert believed it was genuine, according to Parade magazine, which published the story. Number 4. Freddie Jackson. At first,
Freddie Jackson!
This photo of a Royal Air Force squadron might not seem like anything out of the ordinary. It stands out for 2 reasons, though. First, it was taken by Sir Victor Goddard, who fought in both World Wars. Second, you can allegedly see the ghost of
Veteran.
Freddie Jackson in the background. 2 days before the photo was taken in 1919, Jackson tragically died in an airplane propeller accident. Those who knew Freddie couldn't help but notice his resemblance to the ghostly face in the photo.
Oh, that.
Some like to think that Jackson was unaware of his passing and thus
Look at him behind there.
The photo was later published in 1975, and the exact nature behind it continues to baffle. Number 3. Lord
Hey, fat boy!
In 1891, the second Viscount Humbermere was laid to rest. If this photo is any indication, however, Lord Humbermere might have been absent from his own funeral. Shortly before the funeral, Lord Humbermere's sister-in-law, Sybil Corbet, arranged a camera at the Abbey Library and took an hour-long exposure. Humbermere Abbey was 4 miles away from St. Margaret's Church where the funeral was being held. When the photo was developed, an apparition resembling Lord Humbermere was found sitting in his favorite chair. The most logical explanation is that one of the staff members stayed behind and sat in the chair, although they were all apparently at the funeral. Perhaps Lord Humbermere was taking a brief rest.
So you look at him, right? You look at that there. Now, that's a very old photo. Now, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, all the photographers out there and stuff, but I don't think they had the capability to do, fake shots, yeah, but not like an apparition sort of thing. That's sort of like, I don't know, Photoshop or something, I would imagine. But look at you bastard. If I seen that sitting in my house, I'd leave the house immediately. I'd be gone. I would. I'd leave my doggy and my cat. I haven't got a cat. Mama got a cat. Still not dead. It's 22 years old. I can't wait for that little fucking... Anyway, let's get back to the phone.
Before moving on to the great beyond. Number 2, the Amityville Ghost.
Yeah, this bloke's sick ass.
Was infamously responsible for the deaths of 6 family members in 1974. 13 months after the murders took place, the DeFeo house was purchased by the Lutz family, who left after 28 days due to alleged paranormal activity.
Forgive our sins
to this house
and save us from all illness.
That's from the movie, obviously.
Grant this through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Do you believe in this Amityville, or do you think it's just a big hoax to make money?
For the Amityville horror books and films. But is the house truly haunted? Who better to find out than Ed and Lorraine Warren, 2 names you'll recognize from the Conjuring movies. Investigating the house a few weeks after the Lutz family departed,
look at that.
the Warrens walked away with a photo of a bright-eyed little boy. There were apparently no children in the house, leading some to believe that this was the ghost of 9-year-old John Matthew DeFeo, Ronald's brother. Before we unveil our most ghostly number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The original photobomber. Ghost on the Tulip Staircase. Come play with us at the Stanley Hotel.
Freaky, that is. What's that?
Jason Griffith's grandfather, 2 months after he passed. Men in Black at Septon Church.
Oh, that's messed up.
Before we continue, be sure
Hey!
to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about
Definitely go and do this.
You'll have the option to be notified
Watch
about
Mojo.
original videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Giddy up.
Number 1, Abraham Lincoln. Before there was William Hope, there was William H. Mumler, widely considered the first spirit photographer.
Wow.
Although many believed Mumler to be a fraud, this photo would forever engrave his name in the paranormal history books.
She came back to pick up her print, and lo and behold, there was Abraham Lincoln standing behind her. He's got his hands on her shoulders.
Mumler's subject is Mary Todd Lincoln, and the ghostly figure putting his hand on her shoulders is alleged.
He's got his hands on her shoulders.
For this list, we'll be looking at mysterious figures that some believe to be ghosts. Whether you believe these are the real deal or not, this imagery will give you the chills. Do you believe in ghosts? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. The Works of Willie.
I bloody do now. I mean, I stopped at the wrong side. I sort of stuffed up a little bit there. I missed out on number 1, but that was interesting. I didn't think they could do these old cameras showing up now. I didn't think they could do that sort of thing. I know double exposures, that sort of thing. Pretty hard to do unless you know what you're doing. I mean, for me, that's pretty messed up. See Abraham Lincoln, it looked like him a little bit. I don't know whether that's just, whether they put a piece of glass there and another photo of him and it sort of looks like it was hands on the shoulders sort of thing. But it's only the beginning of my paranormal investigations along the way. I'm not a paranormal investigator, but I do watch a lot of them, and Once that's going to come up very soon, I'm going to do for you is the Foreman Brothers, Twin Paranormal, brilliant. The Foreman Brothers, as I said, they are switched on, serious, deadly serious about what they capture, and they have captured some really weird stuff. So it's Twin Paranormal, the Foreman Brothers, and Paranormal Quest. Paranormal Quest is a very, very good channel. All three of them are brilliant. They're not identical. They do different things. They do the Foreman Brothers, for instance. They go into people's homes and check, if people think their house is haunted. They actually go in there with all this ghost equipment stuff, apparently, that can detect ghost or EMF. EMF is what electromagnetic static or whatever it is, I believe, the white noise, what they can hear through white noise. A bit like Poltergeist. Remember when you first watched Poltergeist when you were a little kid? Right? When that first came out and the kid went in the TV. If my kid went in the TV, I'm gone. I'm buying a new TV. I ain't going to go in that TV and try and catch the kid. I would probably change the channel and then leave the fucking house. But that goes without saying. This was my first ghost thingies. I thought it would have been a little bit better, but I find there's some beauties along the way. Because you veterans and you beautiful people out there that are subscribing to my channel, rock on. I love you. And I just love this sort of, this, when it gets really like spooky dooky, where people are freaking right out and screaming, and like The Exorcist, and I want to see people fucking running down the walls and shit like that. Now that would freak me out. I don't care who you are, I would run. I have fought my whole life. I've been in many combat. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm a veteran. It does. But ghosts, I must admit, I had a lot of time when I was on a lot of drugs and alcohol before I started getting my help from the DVA and my doctors and stuff like that. I dreamt a lot about the people in Iraq. especially after really nasty incidents, and you know, because sometimes, you know, they don't mind hurting their own people, which is a shame. And you know, a different way of living, it's very terrible. And I used to see them in my dreams. It used to haunt me for ages and ages, but I haven't done that for a long time, because I'm actually on a drug now called esketamine. People are probably all out there saying, wow, where you get ketamine from? You're on a freak out. No, it's not like that. It just makes you feel really, really state like, it makes you focus a lot better and taking the information a bit better than I was before, when I was just lose it if someone said something to me incorrectly, or someone you know, had a go at the vets, or had a go at depression or anything like that. I would go them person. I'd beeline them, you know what I mean? And I'd say, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to be quiet. Seriously, just want to tell you, you don't bag a vet around me ever, never. We are the best of the best, and everyone knows it. So that's my scary channels for the my first upload of paranormal videos. I will continue to do this tomorrow night, and the night after, and the night after. Please hit the subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, ring-a-ding-a the bells, and don't forget to also go on to Watch Mojo, subscribe to the channel, hit a like and comment, but especially comment for me as well. Tell me how I'm doing. Am I doing all right? Am I being a dickhead? I don't think I am, because I'm just being myself. I'm in my office. Do what I like. But little do I know, I'm actually not a bad bloke. And I love a CC. Canadian Club and Dry. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching my channel. Please, as I said, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit me up. Send me an email. AU Vet Reacts. Right there. There it is. You can see it. You know where I'm at. Peace. Love you all.